This is the Black Desert open beta on Xbox One X. It is bringing a 4K resolution, HDR support, and I have played this a number of times at various events. So yeah, it's great to see that this large-scale MMORPG is finally available on the consoles. I've played it at PAX 17, which it was kind of first shown. I've seen it at E3 2018. Kind of the latest version of it. I was actually at their special event that showcased that and the mobile version. So there's a couple different classes. This game has what I'd consider to be the best character creator in existence at this current point. Even though it's been, a couple of years at this point, I still think there really isn't a lot that matches it. So we've got 6 classes to check out during this beta. You create a family name. That's kind of what I was doing prior when I got cut off there. And then each of your characters have different names that you have, and then they have that family name they share. So I'm going to do the warrior, because I think that's kind of the standard sort of thing I do. All of the classes, different things to them, different abilities, and you're going to see basically more come in the future. These are just the launch type ones. So we've got different types of hair. Again, very, lots of different options, and you can customize like every little thing. You can see the length here, the length there. You can change the curl strength, and you can move the camera around too if you'd like to. Kind of get the option going around so you can see the whole character. Again, a very beautiful design. You can change your hair color if you'd like to be a little crazy, get some kind of orangish red going in there. You can change your face, your skin type, tons of different colors, like orangish and crazy. It's just wild. I'm not going to spend too long tweaking the character. I just want to give you a good idea of it. And why I'm not spending too long tweaking it is because this is a beta, so it really doesn't matter. But just like look at the style. Okay, I guess the face shape is something that's very interesting to show off. So you do get to do a lot of different sliders with the different parts of the face, so you can adjust all kinds of different aspects of it. So you can sort of like give it like a bit of a rod, so you can scale. There's all kinds of different options for completely tweaking the design of your character's face to be what kind of, whatever you'd like to see. It's like weird mouth open and stuff, and it's sort of crazy, and you're seeing the highlights there. I wish I hadn't picked such a tonal skin color, but you can see all the little parts of the face that you can adjust. It's pretty crazy. And there's lots of options to tweak it further. Types, color. No, we're not doing hair. We're doing face. Skin. You can do facial hair. You can do all kinds of different makeups and different densities and colors. Female characters or males, whatever. I don't care. Eyes. You can completely adjust the eyes. You can have like weird star shapes if you want. You can make the eyes like funky colors. You can do like a red kind of color. You can change different eye types, and it's just phenomenal the type of thing you can do in this. And you can do like your tattoos, wrinkles, your standby expression, kind of different options like that. Again, we're going to kind of skip that a little bit too. And body, again, you can completely adjust like all elements of your character's actual body. You can see that here all over them, different body parts. And you can really make the anatomy look however you'd like it to. You can put tattoos, you can do different poses and stuff like that. Very intuitive, very well done. And the voice too is a couple different options, and you can change the vocal depth for all the different settings. It's pretty amazing, but we're going to jump into it here. Oh, the horoscope. This is kind of like a sort of extra sort of bonus, I guess that's to say, for your character. And yeah, it's important that you see that all this different elements to the game, because the character creation is actually a really big part of this. It's a huge sort of thing in this game. It's what really helps it stand out, I think. Actually, I think at E3 I took a picture in front of some character cosplaying, so this was pretty cool. And yeah, cool. And then you can get a name in there too. So yes, here we go. We're in noticing a little bit of a performance screen tearing right off the bat. For recollection, and just kind of mention it again, we are getting a 4K with HDR, And one of the biggest issues that I saw, which I'm already seeing present here during my time at E3 with this, was that there was a lot of pop-in with the visuals, just absolutely tons. So we'll see how that actually is with gameplay, because this is like a cinematic segment here. So it does take a while to actually load, but once you get in, you just play. MMORPG, right? It's just a seamless thing. So it's a bit of a tutorial to start off, and this is actually a very beautiful looking game in terms of the visuals and the sort of style this game has. It's very particle effects driven, and you really get to see the full style of your character being used out there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it looks like I'm recovering, blah blah blah. So there it is. You get a pretty big draw distance, just like the last time I played this. Yeah, it has been quite a while, so it's very interesting to see what they've done in terms of just time. I thought it was fairly good performance-wise when I was at the events. The first time I saw it, I was very impressed. Very rough kind of showcase at PAX 17 way back in the day. They had it there, and I kind of just jumped on before the actual event started during the press hour. I think the tutorial is a little bit different too. I don't know. So yeah, they're probably getting hammered by requests too, as it's just out. It's very glowy right now. It's a lot more glowy than I recall. I think that may be HDR implementation. So you follow the lines, you get told by this annoying little creature to go and do things. He kind of drives me nuts. He's your guide, and he's just going to help us understand what we're doing. Cool. So a good thing with showcasing the tutorial and starting with the character creation is you're actually going to get a very good idea of all the mechanics in the actual game. And you can just summon the little guy down on the D-pad if you'd like to get a quest, and you get a quest, and you can chat with him too if you'd like. So now we're going to get a quest. We're going to go to an NPC. But as you can see, visuals, again, good draw distance with the world. But we are seeing quite a bit of pop-in, and I think we're going to see more in terms of how far we travel, because again, this is just the starting area, so pretty casual setup at this point. So you meet people and you chat with them. There's guilds, there's expansive cinematic segments that the game kind of goes in between, in and out of, depending on what you're playing. Again, the character model's a standout part of this experience. Really, just the technology and what they've done with them are just really well done. The hair bounces, the technology in the hair, the clothing, the fabrics, it's just really great. Even the world is like very detailed. I consider this the most beautiful MMORPG produced. We're not necessarily getting the full results on the console, but keep in mind this is open beta, so it might evolve or get patched up a little bit more towards launch. But it does seem like a number of these MMORPGs do have bad pop-in, do have certain visual problems, but they seem to perform alright. Cool, so we did that, and now you can also click in the auto run. You just tap it and your character will just go to the determined destination. The game sort of can just run for you, so if you are having problems ever getting somewhere, it does really hold your hand if you like. So there's skill learning, obviously. With the MMORPG there's full skill trees, different character class trees. We're already seeing how sort of busy this world is, lots of people going on. And I'm not seeing a whole lot of a performance problem. I think it's more just the implementation of the actual world. So yes, we got different combat stances, and we've got our main attack is the RB button. Can't remember if it's the same as it was at E3. Yeah, and then we got our forward slash. Again, very, very particle driven. Chop and kick. Pretty cool, eh? Shield strike, and yeah, I'd rather RT be like, like kind of the main attack, but whatever. Because I remember one of the big things they were kind of working on was the implementation of the controller over the keyboard, which it was still very much focused on. Yeah, I won one of the stuffies. They didn't have any left when I was at E3. I was very disappointed. So there we go, full sort of skill thing on the right hand side now. Put away the weapon. That's the left stick. Why is it? Okay, well, I guess it's not implemented well again. Hello, my good man. What have you got for me today? Cool, so now we got another mission going on here. Again, I really did kind of enjoy this game. I know a lot of people think it's sort of a regular MMORPG, which it kind of is, but there's something to be said for the quality of the world and things you can do. You can like go fishing, and you can do big PvP battles, and there's it's a ton of complexity. It's really hard to explain everything here, but I really do want to focus on the beta and kind of the starting situation that you're going to sort of face when you're doing this. Okay, cool. So we've got 2 missions. We've got a character on auto run. Seeing a little bit of a rain here. Again, it's a very beautiful world, but there's something about like the glow of it that's sort of just a little bit weird right now. I want to take a second just to kind of sprint along just so we can see how the world is rendering. It's way better than what I remember at E3, but still we are seeing that that visual pop in with a lot of items really close to us. So that's a little bit disappointing, definitely. But sort of, I guess, a trade-off to get such a beautiful world. Because, I mean, we're not necessarily seeing performance problems, and I think we're going to have to get to a real sort of stress situation where there's hardcore combat going on in order to fully see, you know, kind of the stress points of this game. So far, I think it's fairly decent, and it definitely captures that PC experience, and it's really great to see that kind of caliber of game available on the you know, on consoles like this. This is just great. I think we're seeing bits of performance problems here. Kind of like a bit of a blur on the effect. Yeah, it looks like some screen tearing in the middle there. I'm just kind of running through so you can see what's happening, and I'm trying to find like a creature to kill. It's so hectic on like the early days of these the betas and stuff. Even for launches of the games, can't see what's going on. And then you can loot the enemies if you'd like to, you know. Oh, they're also going to be having a series of events while the beta is going on, so that's something to look forward to if you've been, you know, if you're interested in that kind of thing with like rewards and all that stuff, you know. Check the quest option. It's so goddamn hectic right now. Seriously, I'm just kind of blown away. So we've got a couple of quick sort of options here. We see the main kind of menu. You click on the D-pad to activate that. I guess I should click off it. Here's the map. Very beautiful and detailed map in this game. So you can zoom in, you can zoom out, and you can kind of see the large-scale world at play here. Definitely some map performance. Screen tearing is present on this one. You can do pathfinding and stuff like that too if you'd like. Quests, your knowledge, your skill tree. I clicked the wrong one there. Sorry. And it's sort of like a hold. Open it, you can learn different abilities. And everything, again, very, very particle driven in terms of quality and the design. Your inventory, you can see your profile. There's voice chat options, the world map, the ring menu, and knowledge. And we'll do the questing. Skill verification. Learn more about imp soldiers. Cool. And then we've got our little buddy out here we complete, so we get to pick an item if we want it. Very, very typical MMORPG. I mean, you probably played one or tried it at some point. Knowledge is power. Defeat a group of imps. Oh wow, yeah, more performance problems. It's not the best running game, but I feel that it's more optimized than when I did play it last at E3. But strangely, I remember that the PAX build running very well. What they did there was, like, I guess, put a wrapper over the PC version and kind of max out the settings. I don't know. It was a long time ago. You gotta remember that. But I do think it's visually looking better, aside from that weird kind of glow glare. But I really think that's more like HDR adjustments for me to kind of get it looking correctly. And then we're fighting enemies, and there's just really a lot of stuff going on. It's kind of crazy. I love games that are sort of heated. Are we not doing it because I'm not doing some weird skill abilities or something? network is unstable. Okay, that's what it is. Probably servers are just flooded with the people jumping in. And then you're able to group with people and clan with them, and there's big cities and sprawling side quests. And so much stuff to do. You just, like, I guess you could kind of get, like, lost in this type of world. I know I played quite a bit of this on PC, well enough to review it back when it launched on PC originally. So that was a lot of fun. I did really like this one, and I thought it was better than most people thought it was, just because it's so beautiful in terms of pushing the technology and really evolving what this type of game could look like on platforms. I think it's going to need some more performance type work over time, but it's not bad. I mean, I think maybe it's in a better state than some of the kind of MMORPGs we've seen. Yeah, it's very cool, and I think there's a good selection of classes to play, and they're always adding new content to it, and it's definitely worth giving a try, you know, just to see if you like this kind of thing. With the type of gameplay, we're gonna kill more imps. There's a lot of creatures to fight, there's big boss monsters, there's very high kind of skill levels to work through as you make your character even more deadly. Again, you've got the little chat on the left hand side there. On the top you're seeing my level. I think experience might be hiked up just to get you to play more of the game and check it out. And yeah, all the details are sort of really presented cleanly in the UI interface. I do think it's a little bit annoying seeing the items in the corner, but I imagine you can adjust that. Here's the menu type thing. You can escape if you need to. Here you get Black Spirit. This is sort of if your quick option thing isn't quite helping you out. You can have pets too if you didn't know, and mounts obviously. You can have, I have some very lovely horses, or I did, I don't know. I assume my account's still there on PC. It's been a long time. But yeah, you get like your noble steed, and you go and attack things and stuff, and you explore, and you visit a vast world that's being expanded upon. There really is just a ton of things to do, and to see this getting ported over to the console makes me sort of assume that we're going to see more titles like it. We've already seen the start of it, and this really is the generation that we're starting to see a bridged gap towards getting those big high-quality PC worlds that weren't possible on consoles in the past. They truly are delivering at them. They may not be perfect at this point, but the fact that you can even play it very smoothly on here is kind of, I think, pretty cool. And we've almost killed the imps. I mean, there's a lot going on for it to be actually running sort of this well. It's just this frantic madness. It's pretty cool looking. You should see some of the more intensive fights. Like, I mean, this looks pretty intense, but it's nothing compared to like the large-scale battles you can have with players and stuff. This is just like the imp grounds where you're just eliminating the starter kind of troops. Oh, we gotta summon our little guy, I guess. Check the quest window, okay. Knowledge is power. Need defense just to learn more about the imps and their kind. Oh, there's a bunch of quests here. Okay. Should we go and chat with the people about this? I kind of wanted to finish the Navi thing. Defeat a group of imps. Jamie. Okay, whatever. But yeah, you can see how easy it is to jump into this, and what kind of options are present. As my character's just running against this. Ongoing. Fight other imps. Okay. Yeah, but generally overall, I think they've done a pretty good job with this. I think it's runs decently well. I think there's potential for it to get cleaned up for the full release, I hope. I'm not entirely sure if they will, but yeah, it's kind of it's a neat game, and I think it's worth checking out personally, because I do have fun with this one, and the mini missions you can do, and all the side activities if you'd like. I think there's potential for people to spend countless hours doing this. Is it glitched for the discussion thing? Defeat a group of imps. Whatever, we're just gonna do a different quest setup just to kind of show it off. Sure, why not this one? And then we can kind of auto go to it. It's not a perfect auto thing, guys. Let's be real here.
Captain Cliff is the hero of Hyde. We never lose pride.
I think they're just chatting with the guy. Cool, so we've got another quest. We got to talk to Jarrett. And I'm showing off a little bit more of this one than I normally do for gameplay. It's just because I spent so long on the character creator. And I want to give a good idea of the world and the detail and the look of it. I mean, I think it's alright. I can see myself spending quite a many hours playing this, racking up achievements, and maybe hopefully playing with other friends too. That would be pretty cool. And yeah, just kind of getting lost in it as I review the title. Wow, this is kind of glitchy.
Princess, we are not in Heidel anymore.
Or does she normally look like a character that has not had their animation? Well, I guess she's got her animation, but her textures are loaded in. Oh, you're looking much better now, lady. All about that redhead. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go talk to Duvane. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the full final experience of this, and hopefully doing some more gameplay and stuff of it over time, assuming it's desired. I think there's a lot of potential to play this and really check it out. It's weird poppin', like I don't quite get it, because you're getting that distance, but at the same time it's sort of, it's like the foreground close objects are the ones that are like popping in texture wise. And I don't know, like maybe they didn't want to sacrifice certain levels of quality, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. That's Black Desert on Xbox One X, and I think it's an interesting release that I'm looking forward to seeing in full, and hopefully seeing a number of the events that they're planning to do while it is on the open beta.